Today on Drawbli,
we're looking at the art of Alexandre Chaudret.
This artist has some of the coolest graphic silhouettes I have ever seen. These ideas are like so compressed into a primary shape like a triangle. It's so cool.
When you stick with a primary shape like that, you can put anything you want in the shape and your art still reads so clean and readable and fun to look at.
Not for me. I don't think I could do this. This is crazy.
Oh, I don't think I could do it, but I enjoy it. I'm talking about the experience of looking at it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so cool.
And with the half circle of the chalice up top, this guy knew his shapes.
This guy knows a lot more than just shapes. He's got some really cool stuff in here.
This is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk about shape design. Whenever you take any sort of character design course, one of the primary elements of that is shape design. You know, what does this shape say about this character? And this guy was like, yep, shape design, okay, sure. And
take that to the extreme.
Take that to the max. He loves a right angle. He loves an angle.
Loves a triangle.
Loves a triangle in particular.
Yeah, so like the contrast between the character and the background really helps to also bring that to the forefront. And then within that shape, look at how well that is executed and rendered.
Because I feel like with these simple shapes, there'd be the temptation to keep them as cute and simple characters as well. You know, just very cute elements. But
not at all.
Let me render this out to the max, but we're sticking with a triangle. We're not and that totally makes him stand apart. I mean, just imagine this guy had some normal feet and a normal cape billowing about.
I hate normal feet.
Quite honestly, that would be so much less interesting to be looking at right now. It would just be one more fantasy villain amongst a massive sea of fantasy villains.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what makes him stand out from the crowd. Truly it does. Truly.
Oh, you know, this might be, what's it called? Bloodborne?
Oh, yeah?
Fan art? It kind of looks like the Bloodborne guy.
Okay.
I'm not positive.
I
haven't played Bloodborne myself. It just kind of, the hat and the face covering remind me of that.
Maybe this artist and Bloodborne took inspiration from some of the same reference.
Also very possible.
Yeah.
More triangles with more really cool ideas. He does do a lot of kind of Christmassy themes in a couple of these. You'll see here towards the end, but they're still creepy. Like
Klaus, like the scary German version of Christmas.
Not Klaus, Krampus.
Krampus, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Yeah. Krampus, okay.
Klaus is a beautiful animated film that I highly recommend watching.
I love that movie.
And Krampus is a terrifying monster. This was one that I wanted to show you just because, one, the colors, amazing. The detail, amazing. The paint, the brushwork, yes, but we get to see a really cool breakdown.
Ooh, this is like some photo bashing element, right?
I actually think that he started this traditionally. If you look at that very first frame, it's on a piece of paper. And I think it was originally watercolor, maybe? It looks like
some oil pastel smeared around.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It's a very smooshy medium, but you're right, maybe.
So it looks like to me that he started with more of a shape and then took that shape and was like, what can I make from this shape?
Yeah. That's so fun. What a fun form of expression and finding your design.
And then also executing on that insanely well. He has a ton of professional artwork on his ArtStation as well, link below. This is just a small portion.
Okay.
So I wanted to show, something in a different style, but still kind of feels like his work. There's still some really cool stuff going on with brushwork, kind of blending the transitioning or fading them out towards the bottom. You can really notice that cool brushwork down here on the feet, coming up into the legs, into the armor. Super cool stuff.
And that's not an uncommon move to kind of fade out the focus on the feet, bringing more focus to the face, to the accessories. And I really like how he's done this Arctic background against this character where it's very, brushwork. It's not realism.
Yeah, it's not distracting from the character, which is the clear focus of that image.
Now back to the triangles.
And back to the triangles. Yes.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, there's I think that this is a clear passion project that they had been pursuing for a while, because when you compare that to their professional work, like here, this is for MTG, you can see a lot of those elements kind of happening here as well, but just not quite as over the top.
This is funny because we get such a literal interpretation of small with the purple medallion, medium with the moon, and large with the character themselves, which
Being
is
a circle.
Yeah, which is a very like simple rule of any sort of design is use small, medium, large. I love that.
Yeah, such a cool idea. This, I think, might have been the first image that I saw from them that I kind of discovered their artwork from a while back. And when I saw this, I was like, that's so good.
It's so cool.
Such a cool idea.
So cool.
Yeah, having the sword kind of make that triangle shape in combination with the character. Delicious.
Just amazing.
Love it. Love everything about this. Like, it's just so good.
This is like design at one of its finest to me.
Yeah, and then here are what I believe are two separate characters, but they're kind of either actually, I guess they are conjoined because they have two arms.
Yeah.
Another kind of big graphic shape.
Yeah, but with lots of detail within it to make it very, very interesting to look at.
This was another one that I wanted to show that was different from what we've been looking at. They have a huge variety of styles and artwork on their page, but this one I wanted to look at because it was super beautiful, and we have another time-lapse breakdown, starting with traditional paint once again.
Yeah, photographed and brought into the digital world, and that's very cool.
Yeah, I would love to learn more about their process for these pieces in particular, how they're kind of starting them, if they're just kind of splattering paint, if they have an idea beforehand. Because to me, it looks like that from that first frame, they start with a shape and then they find something from that.
It's definitely like an advanced move of that game you play as a kid where you do a squiggle and pass it to your neighbor and then they have to make something out of that. That's really cool.
I just wanted to show off a couple more things that were unique and different from what we've been looking at thus far, but still kind of have some of the motifs that we've seen, like really strong silhouettes, for example, but not quite as extreme.
I like the red element throughout this too.
Yeah, and then I love the idea of just like using some skulls as like a texture in the background. It kind of looks like it's maybe like a pillar or a stone wall, like stuffed with skulls, like they're in a cave somewhere.
Yeah, very cool.
The other side, very cool, yeah. And then this one I thought was super cool.
That one's really cool. I just love this. It makes me feel like we're, at a grave site. This is the gravestone itself. In life, they were a cellist or played...
That would be an insane gravestone.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
I want this for my gravestone.
Yeah.
But instead of a cello, it's a giant Wacom pen.
Yeah, we can do that for you. I'll arrange it.
Here's what I was talking about earlier about the
Krampus.
The Krampus, or a little bit of a Christmas theme.
Yes, I love that. I love the little antlers on the little green character too. One of his little elves.
I just love the colors in this so much. They're so well done.
Beautiful colors. Beautiful, just everything. I mean, I normally don't go for like the scary art, right? With a lot of the skulls and monsters, but
You're easily frightened.
I'm easily frightened. It's just not what I gravitate towards.
Yeah.
But I just love this. The shapes, maybe it's something about the primary shapes. They're so comforting.
Yes.
They remind one of one's infancy when that's what we dealt in.
That's what this artist might be trying to achieve. They're trying to get people like you into the creepy, scary art.
Yeah, by familiarizing you with simple shapes.
Here you go, bud. Here's your simple tray.
With Krampus. Ah!
With scary skulls. Yes. I just such amazing stuff. Truly. Like, they clearly have a wide range of skills, can do a ton of different styles. Their material rendering in particular with armor is like to die for.
Oh my gosh,
so
yes.
nice.
That material rendering is like elite.
Yeah. I love this creepy hand and this face.
Oh yeah, the angles of all those fingers are so scary. This is very cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be my fingers when I'm old.
Oh, don't say that. It doesn't have to be.
And then this one, I just loved the colors, and I loved these orbs like flying through the sky. I didn't know exactly what they were going for with those, but
I feel like
so
here
cool.
we're just seeing an artist enjoying being an artist and creating things that give them dopamine and happiness, and still though holding true to this artist's core tenets of like primary shapes, with the shape of the helmet, the circle around the helmet, and then the overall angle of everything into sharp points.
And if you would like some more dopamine and happiness, click that subscribe button down below.
And this is the part where we say
Goomba.